Hi everyone, welcome to day 10 of the Lent 101 series. Today's topic is stealing and laziness.
Morning star, morning star, we welcome you. He's the root and our offspring of David, the father and the son of the morning star.
Cool. So what is stealing and laziness? So stealing is to take another person's property without permission or legal right and without intending to return it. And laziness is the quality of being unwilling to work or use energy, also known as idleness. Okay? So I'm just going to talk about how they're interchangeable and how they work together. Cool. So what does scripture say about this? In Exodus 20:15-17, King James Version, it reads, "Thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbour. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbour's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbour's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbour's." Cool. Another scripture I want to read is Ephesians 4:28, also King James Version, which reads, "Let him that steal no more, but rather let him labour, working with his hands, the thing which is good, that he may have to give to him that needeth." Okay, so for me personally, I think that stealing, coveting, and laziness work hand in hand. I think sometimes when we covet something that someone has and we strongly admire it and we pester on it and we allow it to build in our hearts, we can become bitter or resentful towards that person because of the things that they have. And you start asking questions like, why don't I have that? What am I doing wrong? I think in those moments, it's really important to check ourselves when we notice those things and to reflect, because if we can check it from early, it can stop it from escalating to things like being lazy and things like stealing and being bitter. Sometimes if we have a seed of coveting planted in our heart, it can really, really grow, and it can grow to the point where we actually don't think, let me ask and get advice from this person about how I can get what they want to get or how I can get better, but let me go and beat around the bush and not do the long-term journey, but let me go and take somebody else's hard work and let me take it so I can have it right now. Cool. What does the scripture say about laziness? Proverbs 13 verses 4 says, "The soul of the sluggard desireth and have nothing, but the soul of the diligent shall be made fat." Also, 2 Thessalonians 3 verses 10 says, "For even when we were with you, this we commanded you, that if any man would not work, neither should he eat." So what does this mean? This means that if we don't desire and if we don't seek for things and work hard for things, then we will not get. It will not be fruitful. We will not eat. For someone to say that the soul of the diligent will be made fat, that means if I'm persistent, if I'm consistent, it will definitely grow. It will definitely be abundant. It says it right there. So what are the consequences of stealing and laziness? Exodus 22 verses 1 says, "If a man shall steal an ox or a sheep and kill it or sell it, he shall restore 5 oxen for an ox and 4 sheep for a sheep." Proverbs 10:4 says, "He becometh poor that dealeth with a slack hand, but the hand of the diligent maketh rich." So what does that mean to us? That means that when we steal something or take something that isn't ours or wasn't intended to be ours, we have to restore it. And that means if we are lazy, we cannot grovel and cry about the fact that we don't have or that what we're doing is fruitful. One question to ask ourselves, if we think we've been working hard at something, and if we think it's not going our way, ask ourselves, is the places where you're investing the most time, energy, resources, or even financial aid, then is there anything tangible that you can see that is being fruitful? If not, we really need to reevaluate whether or not we actually put as much effort as we thought we did. One thing that the Bible talks about, a really, really overused phrase is, faith without works is dead. So yes, it's one thing to trust God and, trust him for the things that you're seeking, but we also have to put in the work and partner with him so that what we're doing can be fruitful and so that he can guide us and so that we do not have regrets in our life for the way things have turned out. So yeah, I just pray that you were encouraged by this message. I pray that God will reveal your blind spots to us and we'll be given the grace to reflect on areas where we have thought about stealing in our hearts, or we have actually physically stolen, and we have been lazy. Thank you and stay blessed. Thank you for tuning in to day 10 of our Lent 101 series. Be sure to follow us on all of our social media platforms where we'll be uploading daily content to help you along this Lenten period. Thank you and stay blessed.